Hi!
We're from Singapore.
Hi everyone, welcome to Aussie Shake Vlogs. My journey begins today. In this first vlog, I picked up 3 passengers who made the day unforgettable. Raven brought some good energy to the car when I met a lovely Singaporean family with beautiful vibes, and to finish the night, a guy from Adelaide jumped in some great stories. This channel is all about real conversations, real people, and the real Aussie rideshare experience. If you enjoy meeting new people and hearing interesting rideshare stories, make sure you hit the subscribe button, drop a like, and join the Aussie Shake family. Let's get into the vlog. Okay, thank you.
I think we're all good.
Head to your drop-off at Ryges
Regis, Australia.
Yeah, I think it's just in Australia Square, like, you know, Pitt Street.
Yeah, I know. It's
Right
really
in smack bang in the middle of the city.
Yeah, I know. It's really nice location.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's almost like if you take left from this, I think it's you can get a tram and everything.
Yeah,
It's so nice.
You're right, man. Like, cause I haven't been to Sydney for a few years.
Yeah.
But actually, I didn't stay at this hotel last time. But I remember walking past it, and I was like, wow, it looks nice on the inside. So,
Yeah, it's so nice.
How's your day been?
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Hopefully, it continues that.
Yeah. Hi, brother. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, what's your name, brother?
Matt. This
Mac.
is my brother Jacob.
Oh, where are you from?
From Adelaide.
Oh,
So, yeah, just came Adelaide Hills. So, came over here for
Music festival.
music festival in the Central Coast. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah.
When did you arrive?
Friday night.
Friday night. Oh,
First looks of Australia is really good. The people here are nice. They don't like question anything about gender or race or anything.
oh, nice. Have you been to Sydney before?
I have been. This is
Huh?
Ella's first time.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
from America, so.
Oh, nice.
First time in Australia, yeah.
Definitely you will like it because it's so nice.
I feel like it's impossible to have a bad time in Sydney. Like, it's honestly impossible not to like Sydney because they just picked the right spot. Like, for whatever reason, like the harbor and everything is just so beautiful.
Yeah.
So.
You can drive ferry, you can go to Sydney Eye, like you can go to a zoo, most of the places, and if you go to countryside, and also you can go to Sea Cliff Bridge, Blue Mountains, a lot of places. So how many days you are going to spend
We're
there?
here for a week.
For a
Yeah.
week? Oh, then you can do.
Quite a few things, yeah. So we don't have like too many nailed on plans. Like, we're just gonna take it easy today, drop our bags at the hotel, we'll check in later. We've got a dinner booked for the evening, but we'll probably check out the city, maybe go look at some grab something to eat, important buildings, and yeah, we'll kick it off from tomorrow, I think, in terms of activities.
Yeah, I think you should go to Opera because it's also near to your hotel,
Yeah, the opera
and
house.
like it's amazing, and you can like spend some time. and-
100%, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's a nice walk down there. They actually have. Last time I was here, like a few years ago, they had like Mark Wahlberg's burger joint there.
Oh, water.
Yeah, Wahlburgers or whatever the hell. I don't know, man. Like, it's so funny. It's so random. Like, anyway, the world is a random place, bro. I swear. Like, when I saw that, I couldn't believe it. Like, I had no idea he even had that. So for it to be even here, like in Australia, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, everything is so weird now. But like I told you, they're bringing more like American chains. They're bringing like Five Guys and Wingstop. It's different now. Like, I don't know why, but yeah. Obviously, like some private equity company. Like, nah, you're alright, man. Obviously, they've been in the plane, you know. A little slide in the boot is nothing at all. Yeah, it's like it's so close. You can tell compared to Melbourne. Like, the airport is closer to the city.
Yeah.
It's only going to take us 15 minutes to the city center. So
Exactly. Also, like you can try Chinese food because your hotel is really near to Chinatown.
I know, man.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite Chinese restaurant? Because everyone has an opinion on that in Sydney.
Nice.
Yeah.
And when you are going back,
We're going back today, so a flight, we leave at 5 tonight, so.
Oh, nice.
And I have like my opinion, and my friends who live in Sydney have their opinion. What's your favorite?
I think there is a restaurant near to Opera House. I don't remember the name, but it's really famous, I think.
Yeah.
Something like the word with the C.
There's a
Something.
there's a few that are literally just called like Chinese restaurant and like Chinese noodle restaurant and stuff.
Yeah.
The one that I really like is Chinese noodle restaurant.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
bro, it's so funny in there. We're definitely gonna take you there. It's just the tiniest little, like, maybe there's like 6 or 7 tables on the inside, and then there's a huge like area outside where everyone at the different restaurants around there just dine. Yeah, it's unique. Like it's almost like Shoreditch in London or something, but it's a Chinatown in Sydney. It's very funny. Yeah.
So you both are from America?
I'm from Australia.
Oh, you're from Australia?
I was born and raised in Australia. And
In Sydney?
No, in Melbourne.
In Melbourne.
Melbourne, born and raised. Yeah. But I'm becoming more American. I'll put it that way. I'm becoming more American.
Nice.
And she's becoming more Australian.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're coming from Melbourne?
So Ella came to Melbourne first. We had like maybe 5 days, and then we're just gonna do like a week in Sydney. We'll go back, spend another few days in Melbourne, and then we're gonna go to Tasmania, see a bunch of the nature and some of the sites, like the food and stuff is really good in Tasmania. So I'm excited for that. And then we'll make our way back to Melbourne for the holidays. We'll spend holidays with my family, like Christmas and New Year's.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how do you compare Sydney with Melbourne? Because you lived in Sydney and you're coming from Melbourne.
Yeah,
So
it's a good
what do
question.
you say, like, how do you like Sydney and how do you like Melbourne?
I think, honestly, I'm not one of those people. Like, I know people always like want to have like a rivalry between the two because it's the two biggest cities really in Melbourne and in
But
Australia.
mostly people say Sydney is prettiest city and Melbourne is coolest city.
That's right.
So,
Like more
yeah.
prestigious and like more beautiful is Sydney, and then like more like cultural is
Yeah.
Melbourne. And for me, I'm a culture guy.
Oh,
I know it's so corny, but I love like the coffee. I love like I love the ability to kind of take trams everywhere and stuff like that. I'm a very big walker.
because
so I like that
Sydney
I
is
can,
cluttered as well.
yeah, so I can go from one suburb to the other very easily in Melbourne, and that was interesting for Ella to see as well because the cities aren't like that in the US.
Oh,
Yeah, but Sydney, I have to say, like the city center is unbelievable. Like I put Sydney up there, obviously like not as high, but I put it in the same category as like Istanbul and like other amazing capital cities that are that are like on the water.
have you been to Istanbul?
I'm Turkish, brother. Yeah, I have.
I went to Turkey last year
Yeah.
in June 2024
Beautiful.
for my hair
your-
transplant. Yeah.
Oh, you're here. Oh,
Yeah.
mashallah.
Mashallah.
We
And-
say saatler olsun. Like
Yeah.
hopefully it lasts a long time for you.
Yeah, and I spent 20 days there,
Yeah.
and it was nice.
How did you find Istanbul?
Yeah, it's nice, but I think there is not a lot of things I think we can explore. I went to like mosques, and I
Yeah.
went to cruise, like, you know, the belly dance and everything.
Yeah,
I went to
yeah.
there. So
It's hard. It's hard when you're there for like literally a procedure, like a medical.
yeah, because I didn't like went to the balloon ride because I had hair transplant. So, but I
Yeah.
tried few things there because I have to spend 20 days because you know, Australia is literally really far from Turkey.
Of course.
So I thought if I went to Australia and something came up after my treatment, and so I thought I will spend some time there and see how it goes, and hopefully like everything was good.
Yeah. How did you find that experience though?
Yeah, it was really nice because I had no hair in this whole area.
Right.
But after they did, like, it's really nice. But if you see my before and after photos, you like.
I'm sure it's amazing.
Yeah.
Man.
And it was really cheap as well.
Nice. That's what you want. That's what you want. They call it health tourism. Like
Yeah.
they have a huge thing nationally now. But the reason I compare Istanbul to Sydney is Istanbul has the Bosphorus, and we have the
Yeah.
Sydney Harbour Bridge, right? And
Yeah.
they have like, you know, it's on the water. like similar, like in terms of, because Ella's been to Istanbul as well, like the verticality of the city, whereas Melbourne is a flat grid. Sydney, you're gonna see like we're gonna go up and down, similar to Istanbul, right? Just smaller, just not as big, yeah. But it's the harbour is spectacular, so beautiful, and I also really love the gardens, the botanical gardens.
Botanical gardens.
So beautiful, man.
Really nice.
Honestly, like on a nice summer day, there's probably not many better places in Australia. Walk from like the botanical gardens through
Hyde Park.
Opera House.
Hyde Park.
Yes, and then Hyde Park, yeah, and then stop at like the opera bar, have a drink, listen to some music, like chill out with the sunset over the harbour. It's really nice.
Also like near to the art gallery.
There's nothing
yeah.
like that in Melbourne. Like that's the
Yeah.
thing that's like the point in Sydney's favour, is like there's nothing like that in Melbourne.
But you know, there's something like good things about the city or bad things. But
100%.
for Melbourne, you can say like they're more like cultural and social and everything. So
I really like the Melbourne lifestyle. Like I don't know if I could live in Sydney again, but yeah, the Melbourne lifestyle I feel like is like the best.
because of weather or
I just really like the way that it, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like people's like behaviors and like the time of year and stuff, like winter time with the footy and the pub and everything. It's like it's very lively during winter. Whereas I feel like Sydney wouldn't be the same. Like there's more nightlife in Melbourne as well. And yeah, I do like the food scene in Melbourne. I know it's getting really good in Sydney too. So I'm really excited to try like some of these restaurants that we've got. We should try a seafood restaurant while we're here.
yeah.
I think there's a good one, like, yeah, I've heard there's a good one where like they do very creative like dishes and stuff. So one of the other things that I really like about Sydney is like the suburbs are very different, I think, to Melbourne. Like
Yeah.
the suburban experience is very different. Like
Oh, nice.
the streets are wide, like kind of longer and wider. It's less kind of, they're windy, they're kind of all over the place. So honestly, I would kind of compare it to like LA, maybe in that respect. We'll see what you think, obviously, when you kind of get your own.
I definitely feel like Melbourne reminds me more of the Bay Area, San Francisco. Definitely like the other big city in California. So I think the LA comparison to
Yeah.
Sydney feels pretty right. Like I'm really excited to.
It's a little less like quiet. It's a
Right.
little less. It's much more like Sydney is much more the hustle and bustle, big roads, lots of traffic. Everyone drives.
Right.
You know,
Everyone is in hurry.
everyone is in a hurry.
Faster pace.
Yeah. So.
And
it's-
how do you like compare to LA and Melbourne? Because you saw
Oh,
Melbourne,
man.
not yet Sydney.
LA is like, it's totally, you cannot compare it to any other city. I feel like it's only in that one aspect that I'm comparing it to Sydney. But yeah, LA is its own beast. I feel like it's impossible to understand. Like as an outsider, like we went around a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But like you just get no sense of it unless. But it's like I feel like LA again. To bring it back to like my point about Sydney, like the suburbs have their own, because it's such a big sprawly city, they have their own identity. Like they have their own little village in each kind of suburb, especially the wealthier suburbs. But even the kind of less wealthy areas, they still have a very kind of specific demographic, you know.
Nice.
And Sydney is like that. So like when we go to, for instance, Redfern, you'll pick up on the identity of Redfern. There's a bunch of housos there.
Yeah.
She knows about housos.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know.
if you go to Bondi, you can see
Just
different
all white
peoples,
people.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you go to Lakamba or other places, Parramatta, different sides, west sides.
We'll go to
so,
Parramatta, yeah, you'll
Yeah.
see everything, yeah. You'll see
Like,
Western Sydney.
Yeah, you can experience different food, spices, everything.
Ella is also Egyptian.
Right.
Yeah,
So
and
we want to check out like the good Egyptian restaurants in Sydney as well.
I think it's near Bondi.
Yeah, because we have
Yeah.
some like, I know that we have like quite a few Egyptians here. In I think there's more here than there are in Melbourne actually. So yeah, so keen to like to try everything. Yeah.
So did you made any plan to like how you will spend the week?
I
or
think
like
we do have some rough plans, but we're really just gonna pick and choose. Like I feel like I feel like this week, unfortunately, we have to be very sensitive to the weather, just because it's going to be raining on and off and things like that. So we'll kind of make plans based on that. I feel like tomorrow the weather is going to be just really, really sunny. So it's a great day to do like the sightseeing, you know. So I feel like that's nailed on. And then to get out of the heat, we'll probably drop into like the galleries and stuff. You know, there's one right here, and then back over there's the
museum.
of Contemporary
Yeah.
Art. Really, really nice. So we'll definitely like get out of the heat, stroll around the gallery, and then like after that, we might take the train out to like a few different areas that I'm talking about.
Also, you can take the ferry to go to different areas.
True. I wonder if you like, I'll have a chat to, I have a friend who lives here, Brendan, and I'll see like which one he would recommend, depending on the weather as well.
Right. It might be a bit rainy.
But no, during the day, like it should be alright. You know? But yeah, we're just entering the CBD of Sydney now. So
The Opera House is very near to this. Like, if we turn right, this is the Macquarie Street. So
you know what's so funny? Like, it's such a sightseeing city, especially like for international tourists. So like I noticed they have got a sign already all the way over here that's like the Harbour Bridge is that way.
yeah.
So like if you're trying to see the Harbour Bridge, like you're going the right way. You know what I mean? Like, whereas Melbourne, it's not like that at all. Like, Melbourne doesn't say like you know.
It's definitely not very like, it's not set up for tourists.
The weather, although it can be really on and off and complicated, but like the sun is nice and summer here is very fun.
Oh, nice.
You know, I follow what the kids in my family goes, whatever they want. Happy wife, happy life. This is what coming to Sydney to explore our new chapter in life. So it's good. I'm looking forward.
Oh, and do you like Sydney or do you like Adelaide? Which one do you think like it's better?
I mean, I love, like, they're both different, like, they're both good for different reasons. Like, obviously Adelaide is a lot smaller, a lot quieter, but Sydney's just, packed in, it's full, lots going on. Like, you always see something pretty cool when you come in.
And what places did you visit in Sydney?
We were at the Central Coast for 2 days.
Oh, nice.
And then we've just spent the last couple of days around the city, and then today down in Bondi. So.
Oh, nice. But it's really harsh weather. A lot of like jam-packed. A lot of people in the Bondi beach.
Oh yeah.
Everywhere, even in the Maroubra beach, there are a lot of people, and everybody is going to beach.
I know, it's so packed, like especially at the Central Coast for the festival, it was like 38 degrees or something, and it was nuts. Like,
do you often come to Sydney or?
This is my second time this year. I was here earlier in winter.
Yeah, I haven't been here for a while, but it's good though.
Nice. Have you been to Melbourne or?
Yeah, I've been to Melbourne.
Oh yeah. Okay. Have you been to Melbourne?
Yeah, I've been to Melbourne.
And
I went there at the end of last year, end of last year, which is pretty sick. So,
And do you like Sydney or do you like Melbourne? Which city do you like the most?
That's a tough
They're
question.
both different, I guess. They're both good in different ways.
Yeah.
Mostly people say like Melbourne is like really social. People are really like, cultural, and the weather is also really warm. What do you think? Like,
I mean, because we're from Adelaide, where it's always rainy, cold, and sort of shit. But like coming over to Melbourne and Sydney, it's like, it's always a lot hotter. And then especially when because I've been up to Queensland a bit as well, like the humidity up there is like, next level. Just not used to it.
and what do you think like about the people? Like the people in Sydney, are they really nice or like harsh? How do you find?
I mean, I find closer in the city, like everyone's just doing their own thing, really. Like they're not really
Very, very, very busy.
Yeah, they can rub off as sort of rude, I suppose, but like you get some people that are really nice, but like obviously out more in like the coastal towns and stuff, I feel like everyone's a bit nicer here because they're just chilled out, I think.
And you want to share any funny stories of anything, like any between you and any of your friends?
Me and one of my mates, so me and two of my mates came down to Melbourne last year and got really drunk, and yeah, we just ended up running through like all these cafes and stuff, like into the back like areas. Shit, we're just like, cause all that stuff and like no one's gonna, like, we're not from here, so who cares? So we're just like, yeah, running around there for a little bit.
Nice.
Bye. No, just want to say thanks, driver. Shake, you're really good.
Oh,